Not only does my dog have cancer and we have to sell our RV, but my wife just told me she doesn't love me anymore.
It really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder. Ooh, I wonder. Ooh, I just wonder.
Welcome back to Brazen Brits. My name is Natalie.
And my name's Lawrence.
Today is the end of an era.
It is. This is a fake smile right now because I'm not happy about doing this, but it's been 4 years and today is the day. Oh man. I want to try and not ruin the sticker.
Oh, good thinking. Now we can put it up somewhere else.
Yeah, I can at least put it in the garage or something.
That'll be fun.
Oh, look how clean it is underneath. Whoa! There it is. Oh man.
Part one.
It's off. What do you think? Looks a bit naked, doesn't it?
Does, yeah.
I just want to see if this is just the glue, and I want to see if this has any sun damage or anything. It's going to take a little bit of work, but actually that looks, gosh, our rig is so dirty. Wow, that's coming up really good. That's cool.
You never know it was there.
You never know. I mean, you've got the soap marks. Well, what a bittersweet day. All right, we got loads of stuff to do, so I guess we should get inside and start on that. All right, I'm going to start on the hard stuff first, Natalie. I say hard, this isn't difficult.
Oh, there's a rave!
We're having a rave. So this wasn't doing that a minute ago until I started prodding it. But, so this is our bathroom. We have one light, well we have two. We have one manual one here on a movement sensor, so when you walk in the night it will just turn on. But we have this one here, which is connected to the 12 volt for the fan and the light.
Ah, okay.
So the fan works, but the light, well, does a little bit, as you can see. So we know the switch has power,
yeah,
because it's going to both. So I have a multimeter here, and so I want to know, which I think I know, it is the light is the issue, but I'm just going to test it. So the power is onto the light. Yeah, okay, power is on. So I've got the multimeter on the 12 volt setting. You can see the two wires up here. Mm-hmm. Hopefully you can see that. And then I'm just going to touch this on the power inputs. We're getting 13.7 volts. So that should be working. Which tells me the problem is the actual light. And I've also jerry-rigged up this little light strip here just to double check. These are 12 volt light strips from the work I did in the living room. So I can do the same thing here, and I know it's sending 13 volts, so this is going to light up. Okay, I didn't even touch that. So I touch these on, there you go, the light strip lights up. Which tells me the problem is with this light, so I'm just going to pop this out of the ceiling. Let's see if I can do this whilst you're right there without breaking anything. So it just pops out, and there's a couple of clips either side. Come on. Please don't break. Please don't break anything. We have a bit. Okay, alright, so there's the light. There's nothing really I can do there. I probably could take all these screws out and see, it's just this little section here. So, alright, I think I'm just going to take this light off. I'm just going to snip these wires and then take this light off and go and order another one. It's the easiest way of doing it. Second lights that don't work. These are the main ceiling lights here, but we have a little switch here just to control these cabinets lights, which honestly we never use, especially because when I'm sat here watching TV, these just like, they're just up here and they're annoying, so we rarely use these. So what I have done is, I'm pretty sure the issue is the switch, and I think it's my fault, because when I did the office conversion, the wires actually come out under there. And I think I'd done something when I was playing with this, so I think I've cut off the 12 volt. And I know what the answer is, because I literally just took the little surrounding plate off this and pulled the switch out just to see if there's any power going to the switch. And there's only one thing connected. So the annoying thing is, it's going to be somewhere behind here. and I think I'm just going to have to prod around and find the other one. But the good news is, Natalie, that this should be an easy fix, because if I can just find that wire, I plug it into here, it should just work.
Woohoo!
So at some point, obviously, just pulled the wire through. If not, this whole back panel does come off. There's only 4 screws in each of the corners, so it's still not the end of the world if I have to take this whole panel off, but I prefer not to. So I'm going to dig around in here and see if I can find anything. I could also take this off, this main power outlet, obviously turning the power off, and then that'll give me a bit more space. So I won't make you watch me. I'll just poke around. Okay, so what I found here after pulling this down, honestly the hardest thing here was taking off the trim. Actually, it was just 4 screws and this pops straight down, so that allows me access to all of this. Now what I had done is, and I thought it was my fault because this did work before I did the office conversion. So what I did when I did the office conversion is there was a light under here, which was like a TV unit with the bed and then the outdoor kitchen. I relocated that light to here, and so I think what I've done is I've pulled the wire too much that it popped out the back of this switch, because it just shares the same power, and so it popped out the back of that switch, and so up under here is where I found the wire, and it needs to go down to the switch down here. So all I've done is I've just installed a extension for that cable. So yeah, that was my bad. But I installed the extension for the cable. This light works, and obviously you just saw the one over there works if I turn it on. So that was it, dead simple. So now, excuse me, so now all I need to do is get this back up, screw that on, 4 screws, tidy this up, it's just a little bit of the wood there, and then get the trim back on. And the trim's pretty easy, it's just held on by pins, so that's just a case of just pushing that back on. I can't believe I haven't fixed that in like a year and a half, and it was that simple. So by the magic of video, it's a few days later now, and I ordered a couple of lights exactly the same size. They should just like squeeze straight in. So all I need to do is connect these 2 wires up with these 2 wires. Unfortunately, my sexy assistant isn't here today, because Dustin's in Kentucky, but also Natalie isn't around, so I'm just going to cut to the light working. It's just screwing these in. Oh, but I do have, one thing that doesn't come with is wire nuts, by the way. So luckily I had a few spare lying around, so I'm just going to use the wire nuts to connect these. Alright, I'm glad I came up and washed this roof. I am scared to death at overwashing it, so it doesn't look like it's just been repainted or anything, but the roof looks in great condition. So I'm not worried about that. There's a few little black marks and things on it, but there's no rips, no tears. It's, you know, solid. All of the caulking's pretty good. I only did that recently when I did the Max Air fan, so I don't think I'm gonna scrub this anymore. I'm using a very, very light brush. It's a special RV brush, so bear in mind if you're doing this, don't use something really hard. These roofs can be quite finicky to clean, and they really don't need all that much, so I'm not going to overdo this because I don't want to cause issues that aren't necessary just to make it look immaculate. But I did find an issue, 2 issues actually. They're both the same thing. I mean 2 times the same. Look, this vent here, this is just brittle, so this is just a vent cover. I'm not even really sure what this is for, because I feel like this is where the front door is. That one's got to be the bathroom, I think. So this one's having the same issue. It's just the Florida sun, I'm afraid. This happens, they just become really brittle and start cracking, so I need to get a couple of these roof vents. So I'll order those, get that done for next week. So last time I cleaned the rig, I did the rig first and then I did the roof. This is why you do the roof first. You'd think I'd known after years of washing cars and stuff, but this is way dirtier than it was before. So, do the roof first. Not only does my dog have cancer and we have to sell our RV, but my wife just told me she doesn't love me anymore.
I did not say that.
Well, you pretty much did, didn't you?
No, I said we could not get McDonald's today. One day off.
It's the same thing. So, disaster struck. This is my fancy dancy RV brush, and I was on the roof and I was being lazy, and I know the AC's on behind us, I'm sorry about that, but instead of carrying it down, I kind of just threw it down and it snapped the end.
What a surprise.
So I love this thing, it extends so far. You can use it for the house, although I don't, I only use it for the RV. But I should explain, with the brush that I'm using, this is the softest brush ever, so it doesn't hurt. I'm just, because you can't have, like, you don't want swirls and scratches. You're not scratching it, you're just agitating it. So that's why I've got this. It's ultra soft. So luckily I managed to actually get the rest of the thing out of here, and I've got this old painting brush, which should be enough. But I'm very upset by this because I can't even fix that now. It's like all, not carbon fibre, but it's aluminum lightweight.
Aww.
Very upset. All right, I'm going to give the outside a wash. Then I've got some black streak remover. Oh, I should check. Oh, the stuff I've got. I really don't know what you're meant to wash RVs for. I've watched so many videos and everyone says different things, and I used to watch it with like simple green, things like that. So I actually got the 303 stuff. Now I used the roof stuff a while ago, and it worked perfectly. So I really like the roof stuff. So I've also got this RV wash and seal, and I got black streak remover. We also have some other example black streak remover that we got at the Tampa RV show.
Oh yeah.
So I might even try a little comparison between this and that. But first of all, I'm going to wash it, see what I can get off with that, with this RV wash and seal, and then we'll see where we go from there. This isn't the way you're meant to use it, but I've got this Chemical Guys snow foamer, so I've just put the RV stuff in here, and I'm going to try this. Oh, that works well.
It does.
Now I did do most of the top when I was up top, so you can see it's, hopefully I can reach this. Problem is it's so hot here, it dries so quick. Right, well the first wash is done and it's amazingly come out amazingly well. I need to wax the front. I'm not going to do the whole rig because it's not full body paint, so it won't do that much, and honestly it wasn't that long ago we've done it. Which brings me on to something here, is I was going to test the black streak remover, but I think typically where we keep this really quite clean, and we apart from the last 6 months, but it's there's no black streaks, so the 303 RV cleaner is excellent and I do absolutely recommend it. There's a couple of bits I've had to use by hand. My brush, I was just being really light, literally just slightly agitating it, but overall I mean it's come out really well. I want to try and get this sticker off. I don't know if you can see that, I don't even know what that was. So yeah, so sorry I won't be able to test the black streak remover for you. However, let's see how Natalie's getting on. She's how you doing?
This is painful.
Painful?
Yes.
It looks amazing though, and you can't see the sticker at all, so I thought there'd be some kind of outline of where it was, but I can't even see it, so that's really cool. God, it looks so clean. What are you doing? Just having to pick little bits off with the microfiber?
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, well, there's the sticker done, and then this side come out amazingly well. There's a few things I want to try and figure out how to get these back to black. I remember back in the day when I was doing cars, I was using back to black stuff, so I don't know whether that would work, but they look alright. They look fine, everything's working. Door came out perfect. The only thing I need to do is just clean this front bit again. Just where some of those water dry stains, there's a few little bits there that I'll tidy up, but awesome. God, I've been doing all of this, Natalie, all by myself.
Looks good.
Done.
Done.
I'll just give you a quick update on the roof. It's looking good. Looks real good. So I just lightly brushed this. There's a couple bits I used to hand clean. They're the vents that I need to install. There's one here and one there. I've ordered those, so that'll be a job for next week. Could have done a better job at cleaning that, but overall, what do you think? Not bad. And so I'm not doing any silicone in or anything. I've done that. It wasn't that long ago since I fitted the new Max Air Fan Deluxe, so I'm quite happy with all of that. So the only thing I need to do is check the gutters, I need to pull the slides out, check the roof of the slides, and then I think we're done for today. So let's go check those things and then we'll finish up. Well, Natalie, how good does it look?
It looks amazing. You've done a fantastic job.
It is. It does look immaculate. It looks brand new, and we've changed our mind. We're keeping it. No, we're not. We're not. We have to sell it. We have to sell it. But I do have a couple of tips all around actually the weather, and I apologise, I'm about to walk past the AC unit. Look at it. Look at it. Look how shiny it is, Natalie. So it is incredibly hot. We're in Florida, obviously, still. And that makes things very, very difficult for a couple of reasons. One, the water dries, so you have to wash it in tiny sections, so it'd be much better to you know, do it when it's not so hot. It has taken us all day, that's another warning. I also waxed some of it, and the wax in this heat just dries immediately, which isn't always a good thing. And the other thing is, generally, just the heat has taken us so long because we've had to stop and sit down for a while because we don't want to get heat stroke, because it's like, what is it, 42 today? What's that Fahrenheit?
80, no,
It's got to be way more than 80 something.
105?
It's got to be over 100.
Yeah.
So it's incredible. So anyway, we are done. Natalie's going to go and tidy up for me, aren't you?
No.
Well, I'm not doing it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the thanks button because Natalie loves it when you do that. Don't forget to share this if you know someone who may want to buy our rig. I can't think, I'm too hot. And then don't forget to hit the join button if you'd like to become a Braziere and support a couple of tits. And thank you to everyone who's already done that.